is it and action? We'll do it again. My name is Brooke, and I'm super excited to share my heart and share what God is doing and has been doing to make Mod Threads what it is and what it's going to be for people in our community and outside of it. So I just wanted to start first by just explaining and just expressing who God is to me and my testimony. I found the Lord found me when I was about 13. I didn't really grow up in a family that was super involved in church, and I knew of Jesus. My family, they are believers, but to be really intimate and to be really personable with the Lord was nothing that I had experienced or encountered before. And so when I was in high school, I started getting involved at Central at their Fusion high school ministry, and met incredible people, and I just grew to know the Lord and dabbled in worship ministry and dabbled in D groups, and I just would go on trips. And when I encountered Jesus for who he was in a way that I hadn't before, he just shook me, and I bought into it, and I believed what the Bible said, and I believed who he said that he was, and I believed that he loved me how he did and how he claims, and I believed that he had big things in store for me to do and to be a vessel for his the kingdom work that needed to be done. So a few years went by, and we just went through so much. The Lord brought me through so much, and he just planted all of these seeds and these desires in my heart, and it's so cool now to be in a place where in my early 20s, I had this idea and this dream, and I literally had a dream about it, what this ministry would be and the idea. And I know that might sound silly saying that he just told me that in a dream, but he gave me this vision of what this ministry could look like, what this business could look like. And it's hard to explain because it's just nothing that you see. It's nothing that is normal or common, and I think that's what made jumping in and stepping into faith into this with faith so scary, because it was like, how do we tell people what God is doing? How do we really express what this business is and what its purpose is and what our heart is? So now I get the pleasure of introducing to you Mod Threads Boutique, and our tagline, our motto is shop, encourage, and fellowship.
My name's Libby, and I feel really blessed to even be sitting here talking to you about ideas that Brooke and I have had and a vision that we have seen and what we're so excited about, and that would be Mod Threads Boutique. And we just feel like it's our calling, and it's just something that we feel so strongly about, that we are meant to do this and that there is a bigger purpose for doing this. And it's scary, and it has a lot of emotions behind it because we don't know what's in the future, but we know that it's what we're supposed to do. And none of that would happen if I didn't have a relationship with the Lord. And that started when I was 14, and I'd always been, I'd go to church, and I knew that there was this specific relationship, and I knew that the concept of baptism and when you get baptized, but I never truly knew what it meant to have a specific relationship until I was saved when I was around 14. And I don't know the date exactly, but I know exactly where I was, and I know exactly what led me to that moment. And I didn't even know in that moment that I was saved in that moment until years later, and I looked back and thought, at that time, my life had changed. It just flipped drastically, and it was so different. And at that time, you're coming out of grade school, and you're making these decisions, and you face high school with, where am I going to go? What crowd am I going to follow? And you start making these decisions, and I knew I didn't want to be who I was going down the path to be. And I knew I wanted to follow the Lord, and that wasn't where I was going. And I just remember being so sick with conviction and just having to throw up and being just sick. And I just got down on the floor and said, Lord, I don't care what it takes. I'm yours, and you use me how you want. Because I can't live like this, and I can't not have the hope that you give. And my friendship with Brooke embodies all of that, and Brooke embodies all of that, and she's amazing. And so when she's always talked about, you know, having a boutique and doing that and dreaming big, and she's a dreamer and I'm not, and to go forward and to just do the Lord's will and to not say no anymore and just say yes. And that's what we're doing. And it's scary, and it's been fun, and we're excited to see where it goes. But one of the verses that we cling to would be 1 Peter chapter 2, 9 through 10. But you are the ones chosen by God, chosen for the high calling of priestly work, chosen to be a holy people, God's instruments to do his work and speak out for him, to tell others of the night and day difference he made for you. From nothing to something, from rejected to accepted. You know, when I was rejected and when I felt rejected and I didn't feel like a part of God's family, it's such a difference to what I feel now. And I want that so badly for everyone. And that's what we want. We want a light to shine. We want our hearts to be in the right place. And we want you to feel accepted into this family, and most importantly, God's. And that's what Mod Threads Boutique is about.
We are so excited to introduce to you what God has been weaving together. Mod Threads Boutique.
We're a small business with a big heart, focused on ministry and community. Our goal is to share encouragement with you, one package and one testimony at a time.
That's right. And at Mod Threads, we're a family. And now that you've gotten to meet us, the best part comes, we get to meet you. So let's have some fun and happy shopping!